Marvel Studios Thunderbolts D23 Brazilian special look in theaters May 2nd, 2025. This is this year, fortunately. Welcome to a new year. The last video, the Superman trailer I posted, I reacted to it last year, which obviously it sounds like a long time ago, but it was only like, what, 7 days ago?
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
They gonna get cooked.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Motherfucking genuine.
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool.
Again! Damn. Holy aura.
That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
Holy shit.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but
That's Avengers Tower.
it's got good optics. Look at
Guaranteed it.
you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina. The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on.
What the hell?
Assignment is complete.
That fucking G-Force.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
All I know is actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Oh shit.
Getting so tense in here.
Sentry, I'm pretty sure.
I'm Bob.
Fuck. It's Bob.
We're just drifting. And we don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
So you can either do something about it now
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
or live with it forever.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
Hell yeah, dude. I don't know why they put that. I think it's an asterisk. I don't know why they put that shit. But we're so back. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all might hate this, but I like this trailer. I like this part. Dude, this is hard. This is hard as fuck.
That's what I talk about!
I don't know if he's like, okay, because at the end of or during Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is now Captain America and the Winter Soldier TV show, he got like unbrainwashed from Hydra and all the spell they did on him. So I don't know if he's like right now he's like tweaking or if he's just doing a job, but I also feel like he wouldn't do those jobs anymore because of how Captain America and the Winter Soldier ended, you know. But this part,
That's not good.
hey, oh shit, he's cooked. That's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna try to do my own little breakdown as much as I can. This is definitely Avengers Tower, as I said. Cool little team. I hate that this is I'm gonna be so completely honest, dude. I don't like this iteration of Taskmaster. I think everybody in the team cool as fuck, but Taskmaster. I'm gonna just keep it 100.
Shit, Valentina.
Shout out Florence Pugh. I saw We Live in Time. Good ass movie. I recommend y'all to watch it. But John is always funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. U.S. Agent, funny as fuck. Bucky, funny as well, not funny. He cool as fuck. The Guardian, from what I remember, he was funny as fuck. This fight scene, this dude, Ghost also looks cool as fuck. I'm sorry, I think everybody looks cool, but the suit upgrade, it definitely looks way cooler. It has aura. Stinky aura with green stinky aura with flies. This whole fight scene, it looks like it's gonna be cool as fuck.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know, I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2.
I do like the banter. I like the banter. But I hope it's not a lot of banter the whole time, you know?
Seconds.
This fight, though, it looks so fucking kick-ass to me because of Ghost. Ghost really, because she could phase through, what, atoms? I'm pretty sure she could do some cool shit like that.
Getting so tense.
I thought this was Sentry. I'm pretty sure I think his, let me search this shit up. Bill Foster, I'm surprised he's in here. Zemo, I'm not surprised. Okay, this lady, I also saw her, she was in fuck, what was she in? I saw it recently. Yes, Drive Away Dolls. Now hear me out. I only saw it because I thought it was gonna be like a little comedy thing, like Bullet Train. It was a comedy, but it wasn't in the way I thought it was gonna be. Bob is Sentry. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't know his name was Bob. As long as we know, I didn't pull that shit out my ass. It looks like a good trailer. I'm sorry. I think people are. I don't know if the consensus is that they're shitting on this. I like it. That's Aura. This is Aura right here.
We'll live with it forever.
All right, let's look at the next one. Next trailer. I think this is the first. Oh, this is a teaser trailer. I'm not gonna lie to y'all either. I feel like this isn't as HD as it could get. You know, I feel like my eyes have seen more HD.
I click leave on porch. Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Milena?
Oh, hell no. What the fuck? I still can't believe Black Widow's dead, though. Seeing this, sorry I paused it, but that's crazy, dude. She did not have to die.
Milena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was on important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
Let me move this away from my face. I feel
There's
like
something wrong with me.
that might be the problem.
An emptiness. I'm just drifting. And I don't have purpose. I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
Okay, sorry to pause again, but they're making this thing very a very serious tone apart from the Brazil short trailer that they posted. So I don't know what I'm getting right now. The different vibes right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I feel like they all got set up by what's her name? The head lady. They're like, meet me here and you could get some important documents or some money, something like that, something of importance. That's why all three of them are pulling up right there. I'm gonna call it. Also, sorry, but if this was a real fight, Ghost got this shit. I hate to pause it again, but if this was a real fight, Ghost actually has powers like that aren't Super Soldier Serum, Black Widow Serum, or Black Widow training, and Taskmaster is able to copy everybody's movement. So actually, I don't even know that he's or she's able to do that in this one. I totally forgot what happened in Black Widow. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Except for Sentry. They probably killed Sentry. Or Sentry probably killed him.
I'm Bob.
Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
See? I called it. They were sent there. Oh my god, they're gonna fight
Done
him.
bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs.
Oh my god.
Contract kills.
Yeah, so?
So, someone wants us gone.
Okay, so I was right. On the button.
What the hell?
We're brought up.
Ooh, wait. Okay, sorry, it's paused again. Loki Scepter. What else is here? Not much else. Battle of New York. Okay, so I think these are like they're auctioning a bunch of shit here. So it's probably gonna be like a bunch of little cameos. Is this a rock? What is this in the middle? What the fuck?
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
Oh yeah. Thunderbolts. I don't think
She's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish.
Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like this. I like the cast. The cast seems like they have a good chemistry. You know, Red Guardian and U.S. Agent are very funny. I feel like they're gonna have a different dynamic, or maybe a funnier dynamic because you know he is a U.S. Agent and he is Red Guardian. Also, watching this, it made me realize. It made me think of the Winter Soldier, the movie. See, Winter Soldier, Cat knockoff, and Black Widow passed down, torch passed down. With these three, that's all I wanted to say. Her hair kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna copy that bitch. Not that bitch as in her. That bitch as in I'm gonna copy that hair. Oh fuck. Damn it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Florence Pugh. I didn't mean to call you a bitch. Cause I didn't even call you a bitch. Fuck. You know what? Cut the cameras. Next video. Next video's
Welcome back.
breakdown.
To New Rock Stars, I'm Jessica Clemens, and this is
Shout
a
out Jessica
for the
Clemens,
trailer
man.
from U.S. Army trucks are closing in as the chase pursues, and Alexei retaliates with the limo's disguised defense weapons. He flips the switch, and oh baby, Pony by Genuine starts to play
Genuine.
with a fog machine. But Alexei is the chauffeur, so is he seducing people from the front seat? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Ghost senses the bullets before they commence, and I hadn't recognized her doing this before in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, but in the fight sequences in this trailer, she's become a much more tactical fighter, able to phase through oncoming bullets or knives and react to it.
So
Yelena
cool,
shoots at
bro.
the armored vehicle using
That's
her
just so
Glock
fucking hard.
43. These are the guns Black Widow's trained with in the Red Room. This dummy, operating the shotgun, sticks it out the window, to which Bucky quickly takes it easily, shoots the tow cable hook, and pulls on his brakes so aggressively he's skirting on his front wheel.
Oh my
He grabs
God.
the tow cable and whips it around his arm like Go-Go with
That's
a
so
meteor
fucking
hammer
cool,
around
dude.
Uma Thurman's throat, then smashing it into the cement with his vibranium arm, thus forcing the truck to flip over. And Alexei's premature cheering, Bucky points the gun at their limo, and with the grenade launcher, immediately tosses them off the road. Eric mentioned this in his breakdown, that Bucky firing any kind of deadly attack
Damn, I should watch that one before I watch this one. Oh well.
at any other person is just not something Bucky would do post Infinity War, Endgame, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And Diane Ramirez on Twitter pointed out,
Hear me fucking out. Bucky Barnes, the Bucky Barnes we know would never, ever agree to try to murder anyone, not even bad guys, willingly. As also, let's remember that the Bucky is primary. Also, let's remember that Bucky is primarily right-handed, whereas the Winter Soldier predominantly uses his left arm. Okay.
Now, that Bucky is otherwise right-handed, which in Falcon and the Winter Soldier seemed to be his way of showing human restraint. Now he's back to his Winter Soldier era left hand, so something's clearly up with Bucky. Maybe he's back to being evil. No, I'm kidding. He's never gonna be evil again.
It'd be crazy for only because it's so much character progression that he's had. It would be crazy for them just to regress.
The tower has so many treasured memories, and yes, the monumental fights, as Val mentions, that happened right here, leaving a lasting impression on all of us, like the battle
but how the hell does she know that?
Everyone versus Ultron. The Thunderbolts are even using the same elevator the Avengers used after they captured Loki. Well, not all of the Avengers, as you might remember.
Stop.
But the bar's frame is made from the same material as the old walls, and you can see it best in the first Avengers movie. Behind the team, Alexei gawks at something like a statue behind glass boxes. In the first trailer, we actually see that they're at a gala commemorating the Battle of New York with different pieces from that war.
Hey, I should be. Hey, New Rockstar, hit me up. I call this shit in the middle of filming. Come on, man.
We see Loki's scepter, but this one looks like what Eric suggested as the Chitauri blaster.
I like when trailers don't give us much, but they give us enough to be satisfied and be excited for said movie, you know? I don't like when the show is too much and you can damn near guess what the hell is gonna happen, you know? I also don't like watching breakdowns as much as I used to, because I didn't watch the Deadpool and Wolverine breakdown, nor what else came out. Anything recent, basically. My mind's blanking, but I feel like I like it for the fact that I have more context to some of the things, but I know that this trailer isn't in order from how the story is, how the movie is, but that's fine by me, you know.
But the MCU has a ton of super soldiers, an illegal amount, and throughout the years, different people have made their own versions of the serum, hoping to create their own Captain America or some other version of a very strong human being. So we got the famous old Steve Rogers serum that's made by Abraham Erskine, Bucky on that Hydra serum in 1943, Isaiah Bradley's got the recreated serum from the 50s used by the US Army during the Korean War, Alexei's serum was made for the Soviet armed forces during the Cold War, then there's John Walker, who injected himself with Nagel's serum and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Variant types of the serum have variant successes, which is why Alexei noted Bucky's Hydra serum as the fancy one. Alexei would know of Hydra because his original mission back in Black Widow was to go undercover in Ohio and infiltrate the North Institute, which was a front for S.H.I.E.L.D., which Hydra greatly infiltrated. We then get John Walker's title page right when Yelena narrates everyone here has done bad things, reminding us again that John Walker publicly killed a flag smasher with the Captain America shield and Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
probably
and
the worst thing
as a disgrace, almost tarnishing the name Captain America. He glances at his new gun, different from the perfect 10 he had in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which Steve Rogers also—
That's actually now that I think about it, Captain America New World Order is coming out right before this, well, not right before, but before this movie, so we're gonna get US Agent and Captain America damn near in the same movie, like close enough.
The woman looking on is Val's new assistant, played by Geraldine Viswanathan. She replaced Ayo Edebiri in this role, and I forgot to mention that Steven Yeun was initially—
What? Oh, that I don't want to say that fucking sucks, but that kind of fucking sucks.
And trust, I looked up those words. I'm no doctor.
Why did
has been severed
change her?
or reconstructed. The woman looking on is Val's new assistant, played by Geraldine Viswanathan. She replaced Ayo Edebiri in this role, and I forgot to mention that Steven Yeun was initially cast as Sentry, but that was later replaced by Lewis Pullman as well. There's been 2 recasts. We get a shot that we saw last in the trailer.
hopefully the movie's so good, but those other 2 would have been good castings.
Love just so much, I have to point it out. This scene with Yelena running through the snow, meeting a wall, and the camera shifting horizontally to show she's falling onto the table with the girl seated at that table. It feels like when Natasha would get visions or retellings.
That's what it is. That's definitely what it is.
This might be something like Yelena's PTSD or some forced induced fever dream Val uses to keep them all in line. And maybe you, like me, didn't really know who Sentry was, so I looked into Marvel's database, of course. Sentry was introduced in a comic of his name, Sentry #1 in 2000 by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee. Essentially, after the Super Soldier Serum was released, they wanted to make an even stronger super soldier, and while looking for something else, Robert Reynolds consumed the Sentry serum. Reynolds developed numerous abilities, including a genius intellect, Hulk-like super strength, faster than light speed, and molecule manipulating powers that made him one of the strongest beings in the universe. To me, he personally just feels like Molecule Man meets Star Fox, but that's how I see him. I assume those abilities would and could temporarily and permanently send out an EMP, electric magnetic pulse, causing all electronics to stop working. This would cause traffic lights to stop, cars to choke, and helicopters to fall. I wouldn't be surprised Rise of Sentry were made to be the version of Captain America for the Thunderbolts, but his powers are just too unstable. They tried to replace Captain America with US Agent, and he became too reckless. And Sam Wilson doesn't really listen or take commands well. Based on the graphs and the focus group papers on Sentry, I assume they're trying to build a super soldier that the people would love and that takes orders. We return to the room where Ghost faces and catches this knife. This scene shown in the last trailer was actually like the coolest scene in the entire trailer. Yelena throws the knife at Ghost, and the camera follows the knife as it's directed at Taskmaster, who deflects it with her shield at US Agent, who then tries to stab Yelena with it. I love a full circle camera following point of view moment like this. It just looks really great.
Yelena is wearing tactical gear, entering this lab where IV drip stands are wrapped in plastic sheeting, and she passes this paperwork. We gotta zoom in and hands on this. Okay, the 2 pages on the right show various alternates of an S logo, which would be for Sentry. On the far right, we see 12 blank heads with different haircuts, and above that, 12 heads with just different hair colors beneath a bar graph displaying corresponding stats for each of them, probably for just like average popularity of like a superhero based on their hair color. And I hope that they like surveyed people based on the Avengers and Marvel heroes that we know. Now, we can't play the clip here with the music because of YouTube, but they edit US Agent's gunfire with the rhythm of Where's My Mind, where it's kind of like, with your feet in the air and your head on the ground. Bum, bum, bum. Now, in music theory, there's something called triplet, where 3 notes fill the space of a 2-note pattern, and each of the 3 notes have equal value. You see this a lot in like dubstep as a way of creating kind of a lag between more rapid moments, where it's like you know? Now, I don't know if the editor who cut this trailer intentionally did this or just kind of synced the gunfire with the music to create a cool dubstep effect, but it results in the characters' combat interrupting what feels like a languid, ponderous state of reflection that they're all sharing. It really just seems like each of these 4 assassins were told to kill whoever they found in this place, because there are no sides, no factions, everyone's just trying to kill everyone. Ghost phases through US Agent's body to attack Taskmaster. Yelena flings her knife at Ghost, who lets it phase through her head, but then she catches it with her hand. And then in the same shot, the camera pivots to follow that knife as she flings it at Taskmaster, who deflects it off of her shield in the direction of US Agent. And then we cut to US Agent as we see Taskmaster turning, not even caring if that knife hits John or not, and she just turns to confront Ghost, but then John catches the knife and then brings it back full circle to stab at Yelena's face. She restrains US Agent, but she shouldn't be able to do that because he has super soldier serum and she has normal strength, but notice she has activated Natasha's old widow's bites that she wears on her wrists, which I think might be running an electric current through John Walker to hold him back. Now, of course, if John were to just drop the knife at this angle, it would really leave a nasty cut on Yelena's face. Now, during this sequence, we see the new shield that US Agent carries. It is blank without sigil, and we get a better look at it in the official poster. It's severely scratched up, which suggests that A, it's been used on quite a few Black Ops missions in the past few years, and B, it is not made out of vibranium probably, or for that matter, adamantium, because we know we're getting that
it's
in
metal.
America Brave New World. Bob Reynolds stumbles out of one of these
Just
crates and
regular
introduces
metal.
himself. Then Bucky pulls his vibranium arm out of the dishwasher and pops it back on his shoulder. So the last time we saw this arm, Nebula was giving it to Rocket in Nowhere as a Christmas present in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. At the time, we were all very confused. We recognized it as a callback to Rocket wanting that arm during the Battle of Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War.
Okay, how much for the arm? Oh, I'll get that arm.
But like, how did Nebula get it? James Gunn curtly explained this by just saying that Nebula took a trip to Earth and ripped it off Bucky's shoulder because she was feeling so Christmassy. That's not really an explanation, James, but I think it just implied that Gunn wasn't too crazy about Marvel Studios retconning certain details about his Guardians movies and other movies that he wasn't directing, like Peter Quill's mask. But in this group shot, when Val calls them adorable, Taskmaster is standing between Ava and John. I'm pretty sure she was painted in with VFX because Antonio was not there in the elevator with them, and the placement is just kind of awkwardly clustered on that side, and we see pretty much no shots of Taskmaster from any other scene in the trailer. I think she dies early on. So
dude,
the title,
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I've been hating on her as Taskmaster, you know, it'd be crazy if they kill her off, I think. But if they, as long as they have another Taskmaster that's actually a cooler, because I really don't remember how bad or good this Taskmaster was, but hopefully they do have another one, you know.
Bucky after them to kill them, but then they're going to be able to talk to Bucky to get him to join their team, and then together they'll all face Val, who might at that point have brainwashed Bob to go after them. But
I can't wait for this
Bucky
movie,
is
genuinely.
like, for whatever reason, working with Val, to see him firing any kind of deadly attack at other people we know to be at least anti-heroes, people he might see as villains, but people nonetheless, it's just not something Bucky after Infinity War, after Endgame, after the Winter Soldier would do. So why the asterisk and the Thunderbolts title? Now, in the past week, David Harbour weighed in, saying it was something that they retroactively added to the title, and he can't say much, but that he's just excited for viewers to see why. I think it's going to connect to the retconning theme of Sentry, someone erased from history, and that when Sentry is revealed, it might warp the placeholder title of this movie into something like Dark Avengers or Avengers Dark Reign. The tagline of the poster seems to be playing into this Avengers theme, careful who you assemble. The official synopsis of this movie is hilarious. Marvel Studios and a crew of indie veterans who sold out present Thunderbolts, an irreverent team up featuring depressed assassin Helena Belova alongside the MCU's least anticipated band of misfits.
I'm just gonna keep it here so I can have like a background of the actual name. I was gonna go this way. You can't even see my arm. Anyway, I'm yapping. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know if y'all are excited to see this movie or if you're done with Marvel completely. I am excited. I won't lie. I am not very excited. If it was from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm excited at a 7.5. It could change. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about these trailers, if you're gonna watch the movie or not. And I'll see you on the next reaction, which is probably Captain America Brave New World. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.